Sadly, our ladies at Michigan and Michigan State lost yesterday and today, but Michigan men and Michigan State men, they're all going to play toward the end of the week in Atlanta. Across the board, though, the wood floors that you may have been seeing these teams and, of course, other teams from across the country playing on, they're largely made by a company right here in Michigan. It's called Connor Sports. I'm joined now live via Zoom by Zach Riberty with Connor Sports. Zach, thanks so much for being with us here tonight. This is such a cool story, and you guys are obviously what it's all about.
Yeah, this is a special time of year for the company, and everybody looks forward to March for a number of different reasons. But for us, it's tournament time is something fun.
And I know we have talked about this in the past with you guys. This isn't the first time we're hearing of this, but for people at home who aren't familiar, what exactly is the extent of the work that you guys provide to make these floors that, of course, all the basketball is happening on?
Yeah, Connor Sports has been in partnership with the NCAA since 2006. We first started providing floors just for the Final Four national championship, and over the years, our relationship has kind of blossomed into what it is now. As you guys are watching tournament games, which over the weekend was just about every single day, and now it's going to calm down a little bit. It's not going to be from start to finish. You're going to see floors of ours that are going to be kind of peppered across the country, which for us is a really exciting and gives everybody in Michigan an opportunity to kind of have a little bit of piece of the tournament from a different vantage point. The process itself usually takes anywhere from about 8 months to a year, making sure we have all the necessary parts, pieces, all the lumber is procured, and then we start building everything out in our portables division at our manufacturing plant in Amasa, Michigan. Amasa is located actually on the Upper Peninsula as well, so we're kind of tucked away up there. Otherwise, though, we hit the ground running a couple months before tournament time kicks off, starting to work with finishers in a couple different spots, and conversations are had, and then you guys get to see the end result now.
Really cool. And obviously, the wood that's actually used to create those is that coming from trees right here in Michigan? Is that sourced here locally?
Yeah, everything is, we try our best to source everything locally. If it isn't local to Michigan, it's going to be in the northern part of the United States. So somewhere in Minnesota, some other parts of northern Wisconsin as well.
Very cool. I know you were saying this is a pretty lengthy process kind of from start to finish, but as far as I know you do some building, like you were saying, ahead of time. But when it comes to actually, laying those slots of wood out where those players will be, how long does that take? I'm assuming it has to be done kind of quickly?
Yeah, so part of our agreement is that we need to work with the actual specific arenas to do what's considered to be called the changeover. Recently, I was in Milwaukee for the tournament games in round one there, and that actually the arena that they played at is the same arena that the Marquette University as well as the Milwaukee Bucks play in. So we did a changeover the night of the install, removing the Milwaukee Bucks floor and then installing the March Madness, the first and second round floor for Milwaukee. The process, depending upon the size of the crew and just how experienced they are, is taken as fast as about 45 minutes, or on the slow end will take closer to like 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
But every arena is different, and lately the teams have been doing a really good job. I've been really impressed, and I've heard nothing but good things across the country from rounds one and round two. So we'll see what happens for regionals.
Very cool. I know you're doing some traveling to sort of keep up with all the work that's been done. We really appreciate you joining us. So cool that, a piece of Michigan and folks from here in Michigan are having an impact, on the national stage and across the country. Thanks so much for joining us. I know you're jetting off to another spot soon, so we appreciate you being here and giving us some insight on this really cool Michigan moment. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for thinking of us. Connor is really proud to be a part of this.
Awesome. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.